Hello everyone. So unfortunately when I recorded this originally, I had some sort of unknown problem where the frame rate dropped down to next to nothing. And so I'm gonna have to rehash what I kind of did. Some of it I'll be able to show you if it was in a cutscene, hopefully. Otherwise I will just list the quests that I did in this previous, in the original recording. And then you guys can look it up if you want to as to what it is, on the assumption that I wasn't able to actually show it later on in this video. So I started off over here and I was talking about the carbuncle here, and it's a new mount that we have. And then I also mentioned that I forgot to look up Googleata, whether or not he was the Lalafell that we helped in Ulda, and I still haven't done that because I spent most of the day trying to figure out what the problem was. Anyway, so from here I went and did the main scenario quest and the side quest that we had, which was over in this area. So we had to deliver lunch over there and then fight a eyeball thing for the main scenario quest, and while we were over there we ended up finding a mangled body. Lovely. And then after we did that we had to report to Aethelmar here, and he told us that well, he spotted a lily button that was similar to ones that were found on previous corpses, and thus we were sent to where were we sent? I believe we were sent to New Gridania. Yes, that's where we were sent. And then we went there after we had turned in the quest to Aluan here. So then we headed to New Gridania. So we will go on and report to New Gridania. New Gridania. Da-da-da-da. What am I looking for? That's what I'm looking for. So I just ended up teleporting there, even though I could have gone back that way, but saving time. And once we arrived in New Gridania, as it were, I ended up talking to... Once this loads. That was very slow. I ended up talking to Neo Mio, or Tio Mio, whatever. Anyways, she gave us a quest and basically said that we now had the ability to go through this White Wolf Gate, and we needed to talk to the White Wolf Gate guard in order to unlock that. And so that's what I was mentioning before, that I thought when we were heading over to North Shroud initially that we could have gone this way, but I wasn't sure if we had access to the gate, and it turns out we didn't, so now we do, and so we can head out that way. And then also the quest took us down here, and we talked to Mion, and then we talked to Bernadette there, who's by the Aetheryte, and then we headed into Old Gridania, and we talked to Singuled, who is by the Lancers Guild, and so I'll just head over there. And after that, well, once I get there. So this quest line itself, it was the quest, so initially it was Power of Deduction, and that was for the eye killing one. You'll see the eye later on again. And then the side quest for the meals was Meals for Miners. And also in that area I had spotted the level 50 hunt monster, who's an aggressive, and I was just pointing out to make sure to avoid that, because otherwise we would be dead. And then so Secret of the White Lily is the quest line that we would have been working on, and so we talked to St. here, who then directed us to a character who is over there. And by character, I mean an NPC. So I'll head over that way. And the NPC's name is Ursendel. And Ursendel then gave us the quest, Skeletons in Her Closet. Ursendel. And then after that, I went over to the gate, which is down over this way, or this way, and talked to the gate guard there. And then we got a quest for another area, which was conveniently on the way, basically, to the main scenario quest area that we needed to go to. No, I guess I was mistaken. It wasn't here. It was in New Gridania area and down there. I knew what I was doing. Thought something looked funny. So we... Oops, I wanted to go this way. So we ended up going over this way. And then we talked to the gate guard. And then I believe the quest Beneath the Planks we got from Roastband here. And so to go through this gate, we actually have to talk to the gatekeep there. And so then we headed over to... Oops. Wrong button. That one. But that's okay. We headed over this way. And then we did a couple of side quests. And those were... well, the continuation to the... Beneath the Planks. So we had to talk to Thevano there. And then we talked to Marset here, and we got the Fungo Frolic quest. And then we did that one. And then Shocking Discoveries. And then I decided after that, because we got 2 quests from our set and Habaro available to us after that. So then I decided to go to the area that we needed to. So Haku Manor is where we needed to go to. And so I'm just gonna cut some corners here. Usually I go by the path. And so pathway will... and I almost went the wrong way again, like I did with the recording. So we need to go over this way. And we then went, obviously, this way, and I'm going to avoid them. And ironically, that fate also spawned when I was over this way. So Floating Eye is basically the same eyeball monster that we needed to fight. So, oh, of course, it turns its head. Anyway, there's more of them in here. But, the Floating Eyeball here. That's what we needed to fight in the North Shroud area. So then once we're here, we had to interact with the gate here, and it basically unlocks this dungeon, Haku Manor. And we did that. I like the blue stained glass stuff over there, but that's also because I'm partial to blue, and I also like how it reflects there. And so we're lucky we have 2 blue mages. And this time... Yeah, I'm mentioning this. I forgot that there was a key that we needed there. So yeah, I forgot there was a key that we needed there. And of course I could have pretended that I didn't forget it originally, but yeah. What's the fun in that? And as I had mentioned previously, there's a lot of different side areas and stuff. There was actually, I believe, Kiyoshi who answered my question of, did I forget something? Just shout, because it's been a while since I've done this one. You can see some of the skills that the mage has. And so we go through here. And you can ignore that door. As I mentioned in the original recording of this, the the side rooms are kind of just for loot and stuff. So normally that wouldn't happen. Okay. So this is obviously the first boss here. And we get the green key. And we go to the ivy door. And over this way, you can, instead of going down, just drop down like that. And there's obviously the tiny key there, but you can get that after. And you need the tiny key. And then we go around this way. And you could unlock those things, but it's just for loot. And sorry, that's what I was trying to say earlier. And you can see there's added tiny keys, but it's not important to get those because you don't need them. And you just need the key for this area. And over here. You need the yellow key. And you just need the yellow key there. And then we head back over this way to the coronation door. And originally I kept messing up how to say it. So, once we get the parchment there, you hit the return button, and it will teleport you back to the beginning of the map. And it's just a faster way of getting there. You don't have to do this, you could backtrack, but it's mostly because we need to go up this way and use that parchment for the bloody parchment to unlock that. And then you head over this way. And here's the Manor Sentry. Creepy. Creepier. So, in this one, you want your DPS to get the void lamps. And as you see there, we actually got an achievement. And originally there was a cutscene right after. I don't know if I will actually be able to see it or not. And we also got a triple triad card. Cool. So this is the skeletons in her closet cutscene. Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. Hello, Asians. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is that strength that the light is drawn. Heidelin chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength from Master La Brea. That task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Fare you well, bringer of light. And after that, we then, obviously once we were done the dungeon, which we're done in the dungeon, we then headed back to Marset and the assistant, which will make more sense if you read the dialogue, because I don't believe I can actually show, unfortunately, what it is, unlike the other ones, because this one doesn't actually have a cutscene. But one of the quests that they did have was for fighting these guys that are apparently dead because somebody killed them. Okay, so those Hellstroppers, so you get a key item to use against it, because you need to kill one for Marset, if that's her name. Where am I going? This way. To Marset here, and then Habaru. So you needed to talk to Marset and Habaru for the quests, so obviously we needed to kill that, and he needed us to collect water samples in the vicinity, which is the same direction that we needed to go for Marset's quest. And then once we did that, we headed back to Gridania to talk to the butler guy, whose name I can't seem to remember now. And then we headed to Minfilia, whom we needed to report to. This is the Wrath of the Titan cutscene. Or Wrath of the Titan.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan.
Dun dun dun.
Our task will be to slay the primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlwyb hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The Echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
So you will accept?
Of course.
Thank you.
We can't very well send her to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola, can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies, tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Unfortunately, there was a cutscene for that, so I was able to show that. And then we started the Wrath of the Titan. So first we needed to go to Limsa Lominsa. And so I'll teleport there. And Minfilia was back in the Waking Sands, so I don't need to really show that. So then we headed to Limsa Lominsa, as I said. And we needed to go up. Up this way. And all the way over to the Maelstrom Barracks. And we needed to talk to one of the Maelstrom commanders, I believe it was, and once we talked to there was a cutscene, so you'll be able to see that. So, we needed to talk to Rasha Hat Wiki, and as I said, there was a cutscene for that. And then we needed to head to Lower Lenosa, and at first I couldn't teleport there, or decided not to. I think it was I decided not to because I needed to go up to this area, and as you can see, the closest Aetheryte is there, and it just makes more sense to go from there, within Limsa Lominsa itself. So we will do just that. So, we needed to head over this way. And out this way. And part of the video originally I had been playing just so you could hear the music for the carbuncle mount, because it was really nice and or is nice. I discovered while going this way, although I cut it off this side, is that I could actually hop up here, and I didn't think you could. So that was a nice discovery. I figured I'd share that too, and I actually forgot about that. It's unfortunate I wasn't able to show it properly, but so we needed to go here. And yes, there's a quest there, but that's just one of those beginning quests, so I kind of ignored it. And as you see, Y'shtola is here. And we needed to talk to Traktoom here. And so we did a Tales of the Titan. So this is Wrath of the Titan that brought us here. And then afterwards we did Tales of the Titus Slayer. And while we were doing that quest, we unlocked so in the companion, we had our Chocobo had leveled up, which I hadn't noticed actually when it did, but we now have Defender and Attacker also unlocked. So as I had, well, I need to summon my Chocobo here, but you'll see now that these are colored rather than grayed out. If you look in the previous video, you'll see that Defender and Attacker stance will actually be grayed out, as they were just a moment ago before I summoned it. And then that unlocked the main scenario quest, Hungry Hungry Gooboos. So we did that quest, and part of it I'm actually going to be able to show you. Keep in mind the frame rate really sucks, but it's more so for the dialogue that I had in there, and there's no way for me to re-show this, so it is a few minutes long. If you get fed up with it, I will not be hurt if you skip it altogether. Ray Fleet, obviously we have a battle of sorts. Large boulder, small boulder. Alright, you know the rules. First one to smash their boulder will be judged the Gobu Slayer. And don't even think about trying to kill me. That's cheating. Who picked these boulders? They're nothing alike. How the hell's with it? Let the contest begin. So... Take this! Well, so far we're beating him on the... Look behind you! A three-headed Gobu! I ain't gonna fall for that. cheater. How you doing, lass? Feeling a bit stiff by any chance? Yeah, cheater. Haha, only killing's against the rules. Oh, is it? So, I can go like that? Oh, I think you got a bug on your back there. I think there's another one. You're still at it? Bugger me, 'tis lucky I've got one of these. A bomb? I'm gonna let you use that. "15 seconds to self-destruct. 10 seconds to self-destruct. 5 seconds. 3 seconds. Beat you to it. Na, 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 na. Me arms, me bleeding arms. Can almost take a nap and he'd still not be done. Alright, I admit it. I lied about being in the company of heroes, but I'm begging you, Chief. Please don't dismiss me. I've learned my lesson. Honest I have. Save your blubbering, Tractum. Gods, I should have known. Mercy, please! I didn't want to deceive you, I swear. It's just that I keep getting turned away by all the folk I asked for work, and I panicked. See, the last job I had was at Costa del Sol, and there was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was the captain in Company of Heroes, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them, but you went and believed me, Look, his name was Whiskate? Alright, Whiskate. He'll tell you how to defeat Titus or whatever the hell the thing's name is. That's what you wanted, ain't it? So come on then, tell the chief to forgive me. It's only fair. Well, there's nothing fair about that, but you gave me the information I needed. And then from that, after that, we had a little bit of cutscene, so I should be able to show you that. And then we needed to head to Eastern Lanosa, and as you can see, the wind sprites, that's because we need to kill them for a side quest. So once we headed here in Eastern Lanosa, and unfortunately the weather is actually worse than it was before when we were here initially. It's foggy right now, and it's also nighttime, Eorzean time. But if you had have seen this originally, it was stormy, cloudy? No, it was cloudy. So you couldn't actually see very far. And so basically why I'm mentioning that is because this area is very pretty. And so if you like your kind of Caribbean beaches and stuff like that, this is, although I've never been to one, it'd be kind of like this area here, which is why it's so popular. So when I first initially got here, I said I was going to attune to the Aetheryte, but I ended up actually picking up the Leavemet quest first. And then I tuned to the Aetheryte, and from there we needed to talk to Whiskate there for the main scenario quest. And that finished the quest for the Lominson Way. And then from that, it unlocked the main scenario quest Nix That. And then I also picked up the side quest from this guy over here, Gigaruju, And the side quest was Costa Beach Party, so basically we needed to pick up some of the hired people that he had hired who had not yet arrived, and he was getting rather impatient for that. And it turns out that the wagon driver whom they were being transported by had, as soon as the ladies who had seen the beach, they were out there, so they were in various parts around this area, and conveniently also I did the leave quest at the same time, so it was around this area. And as I demonstrated in the previous video, yes, we can swim. And I didn't show this in the previous video, previous recording, but there are various little islands about, so you can see them on the map here. So there's one here, one there, one there. As far as I know, you can't go to those ones, I think. It's been a while. But you see there's an island over here and stuff. But if, obviously we'll be here for a bit because we still have the main scenario quest and stuff here in this area, as you can see from here. And I can't actually remember where this one is. That's in the Black Shroud area, but we're on a task for Wee Scott right now. But yeah, so there's this area and stuff. And then, so the side quest, as you see, we have the wind it passes, which we got from Lord Gigaruju. I think that's the right name. If it's not, well, whoops. And so, yeah. And I left the video off of having a nice view at the time. Unfortunately, we can't do that now, so then obviously, as I said a moment before, we have a quest from Weissgate, and that's going to Landanel in the Black Shroud there. And then this, the wind it passes, is from Gegaruju. I was close. Because I don't think that's what I said initially. Anyway. So, that's it there, and so initially I had the scene of a screenshot over this way, but as you can see right now you can't really see anything, so I'll just leave you with a screenshot of what it was that you would have seen initially. And thus, obviously this video is much shorter for reasons, and hopefully the solution that I have found is continued, and so, yeah. Thanks for watching!